Hello everyone, this is the BoardGameSwede and we're finally back to hopefully finishing up this round of Eldritch Horror. So we're on the third mystery and Ithaqua has basically just awoken, and every time Doom would advance he's up here on space 9 or whatever, and every time Doom would advance he will move one step closer to the heart of Africa. And if that happens, well, we lose the game. So let's see what the third mystery says again. Right now, both Jacqueline Fine and Jim Culver has the provisions. So let's see. At the end of the Mythos phase, each investigator on a space containing an Eldritch token may discard one provision's unique asset and spend one clue to place that Eldritch token on this card. Then if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to half investigators, solve the mystery. So both Jim and Jacqueline has them right now, and they're both pretty close to Eldritch tokens. You see, Jacqueline is over there in San Francisco, and she will move up to space 4. She can't do it right now, but maybe next turn she's up there. And no, actually she could move right away to space number 19. However, there are lots of monsters that do damage over here. So the Dole, for instance, makes you lose one health and one sanity if you're next to the space, which is up here. So let's see if there's something else that does that on here as well. I don't think so, but maybe it's worth it to lose that. Right now we only have one green gate, so next time it will be on the green comet. Or the Loiger is over here, we have the Dole over here. It will not be able to get to... We also have the Werewolf here. They're both moving monsters, but none of them will be able to get over there. Jacqueline can't do that anyways, I guess, because Jim needs to have a clue, and I think for her first action she's going to use her component action to give him a clue. So let's just start and see what happens. I'm just going to keep it out here for now. I think it will be a bit quicker and a bit easier to edit, and I guess I've rolled the dice so many times and you've basically seen half of the die results, but maybe now you can see it a bit better. We'll see. So Jacqueline Fine will start. She's over here in San Francisco next to Daisy. So for her first action, she will use her component action to trade any number of clues with any investigator on any space. And she will move or use this to give one of her clues over to Jim. So now he also has a clue. And then she will move to space number 5. And that's her actions. And then we have Jim. He's quite a lot of health and sanity. He has a hypothermia condition and a depth condition. I think he will do an influence test to see if he can get rid of the depth condition. Yeah, I think so. I think that's worse than hypothermia. So let's keep this thing in here. He has an influence of 3. So I will roll these dice and see what happens. And yes, here we have a 5. I don't know how well you can see that. Probably not at all. I don't know. Let's zoom in a bit then. Here we go. There's a 5. And he will get rid of his depth. So, bye-bye. And then for his second action, he is going to move up here to space 9. And then we will move back to Daisy, and she is here on space, or in San Francisco, I guess. And well, she has a lot of stuff actually. She is really well equipped here with all kinds of spells and whatnot. But I guess she should keep most of them. She only has 2 health left. She has full sanity though. I think she's gonna rest anyways, so she will recover 1 health. So she's up to 3. And well, she could do stuff while she rested, couldn't she? When you perform a rest action, you may perform 1 additional action on a ritual or a tome. So a ritual is this. If I remember correctly, choose yourself or another investigator on any space and test lore -2. And 1 additional die for each tome you have. And if you succeed, you gain a clue. So she has a lore of 5. -2 is 3. And she has 1, 2, 3 tomes. So I guess that will be 6 dice then. So let's keep it here. Let's roll our 6 dice. Might as well try to gain a clue. And we have 3 successes. So that's good. And she actually got the last clue in the tray. So we have to put all the discarded ones back. So I'll just do this quickly. There we go. And let's check the back of the card, because I don't remember what happens when you get 3 successes. Your understanding of the arcane knowledge is unyielding, no additional effect. Okay, good. And then she has 1 more action. Don't know what she's gonna do though. Maybe I should have put her as first player. That way she could have tried to clear Jacqueline Fine's depth before she moved away, but oh well. She doesn't need to stay in San Francisco in any case. So, well, let's have her move over to Jacqueline Fine as well. So they're both on space number 5. And then finally we have Lola. Lola is over here in Rome. And there's not really much she can do from there. She has a hypothermia. And she is cursed as well, which is no good. She could try to rest though. Yeah, she will rest. So she will recover 1 health. She has full sanity if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she does. So she gains 1. Or no, she doesn't gain any health, right? No, but well, we can roll a die to try to get rid of the hypothermia anyways. So let's put this here. We will roll 1 die. On a 4, 5, or 6, we get rid of the hypothermia. Of course, we go roll a 3. So that won't happen. That's a shame. She might as well try to stay in Rome then to maybe gain a blessed condition to get rid of the cursed condition, because in my experience anyways, there are plenty of chances to get blessed in Rome in this game, at least. But she still has one more action. She has an influence of 4, however she is cursed. Let's try to buy something, I guess. We have nothing else to do. So 4 cursed dice. Back to Rome we go. See if we can get any 6s. Yes! Wow, 3 6s! Holy crap! This is amazing. See if we can see this. Yes. 3 6s. So she has 3 successes. That is actually awesome. I guess we'll buy the Tome of Horrors. Yeah. Let's see what it does. Gain +2 will during combat encounters and reduce the horror of monsters you encounter by 1 to a minimum of 1. So that's pretty good to have. See what we get. We got patrolling the streets. When you defeat a monster with toughness 3 or more during a combat encounter, you may discard this card to retreat doom by 1. But, well, that doesn't really work now, does it? Oh well. So let's get back over to Jacqueline Fine for the encounter phase. Okay, so here we have Jacqueline Fine. She's gonna have a generic city encounter. So let's see what happens. A mob blames famed occultist Etienne Laurent de Marigny for several strange deaths. You intervene to prevent his arrest. Influence -1. Okay, her influence is 2. -1, that's, well, 1. So, 1 die to be successful. She is successful, great. It's a 5. So what happens? If you pass, gain the Etienne Laurent unique asset. Oh, cool. So let's find him. Wow, he was actually the last card in the stack. You may add 1 success to your test result when resolving an influence test during an acquire asset action. And once per round during the action phase, you may discard 1 card from the reserve. So that's pretty cool. Yep, that was Jacqueline's encounter. Not too bad, as she actually succeeded with 1 die and not failed like others with like 6, 7 dice. And we'll see Jim Culver is over there on space 9, and we'll just keep it here because I guess we'll have to roll something. And he's gonna have a research encounter, why not? And that is a wilderness space, right? Yes, it is. So we will see what happens to him. You have been asked to assist on an archaeological dig, where you recover an ancient relic. Test lore -1. His lore is 3. So 2 dice. Let's see if we can do this. And we can't. Nothing we can do about that. I want to keep the clue. So, well, we'll see what happens. If you pass, blah blah blah. If you fail, you are of no help and your confidence is shaken. Lose 1 sanity. Well, I guess it could be worse. However, at least he finds out he's not very good at archaeology. So he will lose 1 sanity. And then we will move back to Daisy. So she is also there in the same area as Jacqueline, so she will have a generic sitting counter as well. See if we can focus. Yes. The police report that people are being abducted by a monster dwelling in the sewer system. Wandering through the underground tunnels, you are suddenly attacked by a deep one. Test strength. So her strength is 1, which is terrible. I don't think she gets any bonuses from anything. No. So just 1 die. Let's see if she is as successful at this as Jacqueline was. We rolled a 3, so no, she failed. And I won't use her clue, I don't think so, no. So let's see. If you fail, lose 1 health from the struggle. So not too bad, not that bad either. She just recovered 1. So she lost the 1 she recovered. That's basically it. I will keep the flesh ward active in case someone should have a fatal blow. Because remember, if anyone is defeated during or after the Ancient One is awakened, they are eliminated from the game. So we would have 1 investigator less. So let's move over to Lola. And here she is in Rome. So we'll do a Rome encounter and see what happens. The Vatican Library is so vast. You ask a librarian for a recommendation. Test influence. Her influence is actually 4. However, she is cursed. So 4 cursed dice. But she rolled pretty good with 4 cursed dice last time, so let's try. And this time no success, of course. I don't think I'm going to do anything. I'm going to keep the clues. We'll see what happens here. Nothing happens. She could have improved her will if she succeeded, but we didn't, so at least nothing bad happened. And then it's the awesome Mythos phase. And let's see what the new card is. There are just 3 more cards left after this one, so let's see. Ah, no. Another tentacle one. Okay, let's see first. The Omen will move. So it moves to the green space. And that means that the Omen would advance once because of the gate. Let's zoom out. Because of the gate in Tunguska. So that means that Ithaqua will move to London, which is horrible, of course, for everyone. Then we have a Reckoning, and let's start with the tons of monsters. So we have, are there any monsters that do anything up here? Yes, there is a Shoggoth, and it recovers all health. It hasn't lost any health, so that's okay. We'll have the Loigor and the Werewolf, and both of them move 1 space toward the closest investigator. However, the Loigor makes Lola lose both 1 health and 1 sanity. So she is down to 6 sanity and now 2 health. And then we have the monsters up in Tunguska. We only have a Warlock, but that's not very good if I remember correctly. Yeah, roll 1 die on a 1 or 2. The nearest investigator gets cursed. That's terrible. So, who would that be? I guess that would be Lola, and she is already cursed, so that might be awful, actually. Let's hope for not a 1 or a 2. Oh, it's a 3. So nothing happens with the Warlock. Then we have the monsters in Tokyo. The Shan discards the nearest clue, which would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'll remove this from Space 21 down in Australia. Then we have the Loiger, and no one is adjacent or on the space, so nothing happens. Guess that is everything. With the monsters, and then we have the ancient one, and this is gonna be bad, I guess. Each investigator gains a hypothermia condition, and we can't even do anything about it now. So let's start with Jacqueline Fine. She already has a hypothermia condition, so in that case, flip this card. Cold shock. The sudden cold chills you to your bone and shocks your body and mind. Lose 1 health and 1 sanity, and discard this card and gain a hypothermia condition. So now she is down to 3 sanity and 2 health. Here we go, another one, new one. And the same thing will happen to Jim Culver. He also has a hypothermia already. So we'll flip this and see what happens. Trapped by the cold. Your senses dull as the cold cuts through your mind and body. Lose 1 sanity and gain 1 injury condition. Then discard this card and gain another hypothermia condition. So he will lose 1 sanity. He is down to 3. He will gain another hypothermia and another injury. So let's see what he gets. So here is his new hypothermia condition. And his injury he got was a back injury. Which we actually have to roll for as well, which is bad. And then we have Daisy Walker. She doesn't have any hypothermia condition, so she will just gain a hypothermia condition. There we go. She gains a hypothermia condition. And then we have Lola. She already has a hypothermia as well. So let's see here. Chilled to the bone. The temperature has dropped and you are unable to warm yourself. You must seek shelter if you hope to survive the night. Become delayed, then discard this card and gain a hypothermia condition. So this is pretty bad, because then the werewolf and the doll will both get to her in the next round. Well, what can you do? And here we have the new hypothermia for her. And that was the ancient one. Then we have the Mythos cards in play, and there are none, thankfully. But then we have the possessions and conditions. So let's start with Jacqueline. She first has a mysterious idol. The idol reveals its true purpose to you. Flip this card. One night when the stars are visible overhead, the idol seems to sing. The statuet's gentle lullaby is relaxing. Test will. Her will is 3. Don't think we get any extra will somewhere. No, we don't. So let's just get this over with. We have 2 successes. Cool. If you pass, the hymn sates your fears and relieves your stress. Recover 1 sanity or discard 1 madness condition. She doesn't have any madness condition, so she will just recover 1 sanity then, which is not that bad. And then we have the debt, which is worse. Some men have come to collect on your debt. Flip this card. Hitmen. You see now that it was no ordinary bank that you borrowed from. Some armed men confront you and demand that you repay what you owe. Test strength. Wow, this is a crucial roll, I think. We still have, well, 2 flesh wards actually. So worst case scenario, we have to test both. But let's see if we can succeed first. So 1 die, and it's a 4. She has 1 extra clue, so she will spend 1 clue to re-roll the die. Hopefully do a better job. And now we get a 2. Okay, so we fail. What happens? If you fail, lose 3 health, then discard this card. So she will die. But first she will test her own flesh ward. Whoops. Once per round, when an investigator would lose health, you may test lore. If you pass, prevent that investigator from losing up to 2 health. So in that case, she would only lose 1 and still be in the game. Her lore is 4. Yeah, that's 4. So let's see if our bad luck streak is what it used to be, or if we're actually getting better. We have 2 successes, so she only loses, whoops, 1 health. I will keep the other flesh ward active in case something happens to anyone else. So she loses 1 health and is down to 1. We'll flip the card and see what it does. Flesh and bone writhe and reform as your wounds are mended. That investigator loses 1 sanity. So instead she loses 1 sanity. She is down to 3 sanity and 1 health. She is in a really bad state. Then we have Jim. His only thing is his back injury. So he will test strength. His strength is 3. So let's see what we can do about that. No success. Well, not much we can do. Let's see what happens. Your hand begins to shake uncontrollably, breaking whatever you are holding. Your whole body is overcome by tremors. Discard 1 item possession and become delayed. Oh. Discard 1 item. So the only item he has is the spirit dagger. Bye bye spirit dagger. And he is also delayed. Thankfully he is already on the space I need him to be on. Still annoying though. And then we have Daisy, and her only reckoning is her Sir William Brinton card, and he spawns a clue. So we got a clue on space number 7, which is right here in Panama or something close to that. And finally we have Lola, and first she will try to get rid of her curse condition. Roll 1 die on a 1 or on a 4, 5, or 6, discard it. So let's see. 5. Discarded. Great. Like that a lot. I like that a lot. And then she has her serpent crown as well, which is no good. Discard 1 ally asset. So her allies right now are, well, let's get them up here, see what we can do. First up we have the Agent of Secrets, gain +1 lore and +1 observation, and you may reroll 1 die. She is very good, so I will definitely keep her. And we have the Hired Muscle, gain 1 strength, and you may reroll 1 strength die during a test, which is pretty good. And then we have the Mystic Bounty Hunter. She has no spells, so I might as well discard the Mystic Bounty Hunter. She is gone. And that's all of the reckonings. And then we have to spawn a little beautiful gate right here. So let's see what it is. And it's another blue one, which will advance the Doom by a lot next turn, because we have at least 3. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if we don't close any of them and there is another reckoning, we definitely lose. So we have to spawn a monster on that gate as well. Let's see what we get. We get a Maniac. Okay. This is his stats. Not too terrible of a monster. Still annoying though. And then we have the actual card, which is looking terrible since it has tentacles. Even an image of this ancient god will instantly mummify all who beholds it. Its victims live for tortuous eons, their brains perfectly preserved in their new leathery form, unable to move or speak. Gaze of Nothua. Okay. The lead investigator loses all of his health unless investigators as a group spend 2 clues. This health loss cannot be prevented. Thankfully we have enough clues to do this. So I think since Lola is pretty much done for, she will spend both of her clues that she has, and the card is prevented. And that's it for the Mythos phase. And then let's see what the mystery said again. At the end of the Mythos phase, each investigator on a space containing an Eldritch token may discard 1 provision's unique asset to spend 1 clue and place that Eldritch token on this card. So Jim will spend 1 clue and his provisions. And he will put this Eldritch token on the mystery. Doesn't look good at all, but we might still solve the 3rd mystery next turn maybe. But we also have to close a gate, which is terrible, and now 2 of the investigators are delayed, so this is gonna be great. Yeah. Let's have another round. I will continue this right away, I guess. Okay, so we're at the final round, probably because I don't see how we could close any of those blue gates in time at all. Because no one has train tickets. Well, could make it so that Daisy Walker goes out in a blaze of glory, maybe. If I have Jacqueline Fine as the lead investigator and she gets no, she can't even do that because I need a boat ticket to be able to do this. And there is no way I can get a boat ticket. That's just the way it is. So that's rough. Maybe I should try to buy something with Jacqueline, and if it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work. Might get a flight service or whatever it's called. Let's see what we can do. So we'll have Jacqueline Fine as the lead investigator again. And both her and Daisy is up in Chicago area. And the other two are delayed, so they can't do anything. So first off we have Jacqueline. She's going to try her influence, which is 2. But she gets 1 automatic success from Etienne Laurent when she is acquiring assets. So, well, she might as well try to buy something. And no success. But she will buy the ritual dagger, I guess. Let's show you what it does. Once per round you may gain +1 lore when resolving spell effects or +2 strength when resolving a combat encounter. And the new card is, will it save us? Will it save us? No, sadly not. The Conspiracy Theorist. Gain +2 observation during research encounters, and on reckoning roll 1 die on a 4, 5 or 6. Gain this clue. Or gain 1 clue, I mean. So nothing useful turned up, but Jacqueline will move up to space 4. Try to at least solve the mystery. At least we have that going for us in the case we lose. And then we have Jim up on space 9, and he will stand up. That's his turn. Then Daisy can't do anything right now. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe she'd try to gain a clue or a research encounter. Maybe that can close a gate somehow. Where do we have the... Oh yeah, the expedition is down in Antarctica, so that's probably not gonna work. Well, we'll move her to Arkham. Try to gain the clue. Maybe the research will do something. I don't know. I have no idea. And for her second action, guess she will rest. Try to get rid of the hypothermia. Can't gain any health, but maybe we can get rid of it. So 1 die, and it's a 4, so we get rid of the hypothermia. Goodbye. And then she might as well do, well, maybe we should do the banishment spell, or the nearest space containing, I don't know, it doesn't work. I don't know, I have no idea. Let's just do this again. What did we say? Lore -2, so 5 minus 2 plus 3. So that's 6 dice to gain a clue. Here we go. And 1 success. So she does gain a clue. And what happens on the back? All knowledge of all times and places assault your feeble mind, shredding your previous perceptions of reality. That investigator loses 2 sanity unless he has a tone position. And she has 3, so nothing happens. And I guess that's it. At least she got rid of the hypothermia. And then we have Lola again. She will just stand up as well in Rome. And then we have the encounters. So first up is Jacqueline Fine. She's having a research encounter in the wilderness, space number 4. Let's go. You hear an eerie howling on the wind at night. Test lore. And her lore is 4 plus 1. No, that's no, it's not a spell effect, I'm sorry. So 4 dice. Let's do this. 1 success. 1 success is enough. If you pass, you identify the sound of the Wendigo and move your cap. Gain this clue. Okay, so she gained another clue. Terrific. It's gonna save us. I'm sure of it. Well, maybe we don't get the reckoning, so maybe. Who knows? And then we have Jim, and he is also having a research encounter in the wilderness. You must reach the shelter of the clifftop cave before being caught in the oncoming blizzard. Test strength -2 or -1. I'm sorry, and his strength is 3, so he will use 2 dice. And no success. Nothing he can do about it. He really sucks at this, apparently. He's not made for the wilderness. If you fail, you're too slow and the wind and snow take their toll. Lose 2 health. Okay. So he's down to 3 health and 3 sanity now. And then we have Daisy on another research encounter. This time in a city, in Arkham. Or maybe we should try to close the gate. Because I don't think the research encounters are going to help us anything. Yeah, what the hell. Might as well try to close the gate then. Yugath. You discover a series of large blue objects with a disc attached by metal rods. You believe the Mygo transmit information using these discs and try to learn what you can about the Yugath. Lore -1 test. Her lore is 5. 6 with Arcane Scholar. So 6 dice. And 1 reroll. 2. 5. 6. Yes. And we have 2 successes. So that's great. Great. And there's the card. You receive a telepathic image of a way home. Close this gate. Thank you. Well, maybe she can move to Rome, or maybe I should have moved the other way then with her. Well, now it's too late. Let's see. What else happened? The disc begins to alter your brain. Test will -1. Her will is 4. And she also has a Vatican missionary. So that's 5 and 1 reroll. Let's do this. I really should buy a dice tower. A dice tower is only funny if you're talking Swedish English, but never mind. So 1 success. Oh, it was a -1. So I should have rolled 4 dice. So let's just re-roll, I guess. 4 dice. There we go. And 1 success still. So, okay. If you pass, use this to your benefit, gain 1 boon condition. Cool. A boon condition, you say. So either blessed or righteous. Let's see what we get. Okay, I'm sorry about that cut. The camera was running out of batteries. So, boon condition. Nope. Well, there we go. Blessed. Awesome. She has definitely been the star of this whole game, but, well, a few of the others made great sacrifices to ensure that we got this far, but I think it's too late for us. And we have Lola as well, so let's have another Rome encounter. In the hidden room beneath the Colosseum, you find an ancient creature that once fought gladiators. Somehow the terrible beast has survived and attacks you on sight. Test strength. Her strength is 4 with a hired muscle and 1 reroll. So, let's see if we can do this. 2 successes. Great. Nothing happens. Okay, only if we fail. So that's all the encounters. Let's go to the Mythos phase. And only 2 more cards after this one. Is it Reckoning? Yes, it is. Oh well. So, Omen movement. Omen will move to... Oh, sorry. Now there's a cord in the way. Let's just move this a bit like this. There we go. There we go. To the blue space. And Doom will advance by how many gates? 1, 2, 3. So Ithaqua will move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And now he's in the heart of Africa. And as you might know, something terrible has happened. If the Ithaqua epic monster is on the heart of Africa, investigators lose the game. So it's been a long and hard struggle, but we just lost the game. I'm sorry this video was a bit delayed. A lot of things have happened, both good and bad, but that's how it goes sometimes. Either way, I thank you all so very much for watching, if you're still watching this to the end. Next up, I'm actually thinking about doing a top 50 games. Should be interesting. Maybe? No? Yes? Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time, I guess, if the world isn't devoured here as well. Hopefully not. Well, have a good one!